Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now. Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the new part of the LAMH DC Season 3 reunion. That is part 2. Let's get right into this.
Audition for Ready to Love the season that Joy and Clifton auditioned for Ready to Love. Cast member. But they didn't really have anybody for me. And the only person they felt like I would have matched with was Joy.
Wow, you guys, I have really been enjoying the LAMH DC reunion. I would say probably even more than Potomac, which we just saw last week. But let's get right into this because part 1 had ended with Clifton confronting Quick, who had said he was going to handle him. So Clifton's like, who you going to handle, little boy? And this became a whole thing and everybody walked off set. Ashley is yapping and yapping. This was crazy. All the people made their way into their dressing rooms. Jamie was low-key on Clifton's side. He's asking, like, why would Quick threaten Clifton on TV and not expect him to get mad? Erana also brings up that Ashley's acting crazy. Ashley and Quick are in their dressing room having a meltdown, and Ashley is calling the Petties actors. But let me tell y'all something, Ashley and Quick are so bothered. Ashley's like mimicking everyone. It's a mess. The Petties, on the other hand, they're chilling. Joy says, did you notice how Quick was up there talking about Google my net worth? Like, man, what the hell that got to do with anything? But after cooling off, everyone heads back to the set. First thing is, they're going to talk about the Christmas party. So the question to Joy is, why did she go? Joy says Erana told her to come. She convinced her. She went up there and she even came with a costume on. So she obviously wasn't there to have a fight. She wanted to have fun. One of the things Ashley has maintained is that she didn't like the way Joy walked in, didn't say hi to her. Ashley says people know her basement and how that's set up. She knew the cameras were up there, so she claims that she did see her. Carlos wants to know what really was like the breaking point in that fight that got where everything just went horribly. For Joy, it was obviously her saying that because of her and Clifton were on the show, but it's more of Ashley's delivery. That's the problem. For Ashley, she says that it's because Joy didn't speak to her. But Joy says that she truly did not see Ashley when she got there. Ashley doesn't believe her, so Joy says, well, okay, next subject then, because if you don't believe me, then there's nothing I can do, because I really didn't see you. Carlos says that he really did feel the sincerity from Ashley apologizing to Joy, and Erana did too. Joy says, okay, but, she was pissed at the time, so she wasn't ready to accept that apology. And Ashley says, yes, and I did give you the space that you needed. Then Ashley says that Clifton has a problem arguing with women, like, for example, all the women from Ready to Love. Joy's like, name a name. Who are these women? So then Ashley turns to Winter and asks, have you heard this too, Winter? And Winter goes, yes, I did hear that Clifton likes to antagonize women from Ready to Love. Let me tell y'all, Winter was sitting up there with such a little Machiavellian smile that the queen bee even addressed her. Ugh. But to go back to the Christmas party, just to end this, when asked whose side she's on, Erana says that she thinks Ashley is the one that took it left. And yes, of course she went to go check up on Joy that night because she's the one that told Joy to go to the party. So yes, you need to go check up on her. Erana says to Ashley, and for you to tell me to get the F off of you because I didn't check on you first, I'm 50 years old. I don't have friends like you. Ashley then says, show them the script. Show them your script because you're fake. And they start screaming at each other. Then Erana gets up and pulls out the letter D to give to Winter. She says, here, you can have it. You earned it, boo. Then Winter want to talk about, well, Ashley has been the most consistent. Joy says, well, yeah, she was the most consistent. That's why it's effed up. Ashley says to Erana, and, she says, we made up at the Christmas party, so why are you mad? And then Erana says, did you not just recently tell a woman that you didn't F with my husband? So here's what happened, y'all. So apparently, Jamie went off on some girl that works for Ashley. They said that this girl was homeless or something on Twitter. Ashley thinks that they took it too far. But the Tylers say that this housekeeper or maid or whatever she is, and Ashley interjects and says, don't call her my maid, that's rude, she is not. But Erana has a receipt that this lady said to Erana's daughter that she lives in Ashley's house, she cleans and she cooks because Ashley is too damn drunk to spend time with her kids. Ashley says, well, you know what? I have heard a lot of things that Lil Jamie has said about you, but I would never say them. I have never talked about your case. Y'all, I had never seen Ashley scream that way. She was completely losing it. This was crazy. Arena was on 1,000. Ashley was on a 10,000. Carlos gets in there and he says that he feels like Ashley feels that Arena has something to prove. Ashley says, yeah, she does have something to prove because she's fake. But Arena thinks that the real issue is that Ashley is jealous that Arena and Jamie get along very well with Joy and Clifton. Arena says that Ashley has made so many little shady comments about the friendship with Joy, and she probably is also jealous because her husband just ain't never around. Then Carlos is about to ask if there could be any reconciliation at this moment, and Ashley says, no, let's move on. So then they take a look at another season package, and this one is the drama between Ashley, Joy, and the drama after the suite situation with Clifton. So they delve into that suite basketball game drama a little bit more. Ashley says that she didn't want them to be there in the first place. And Ashley actually breaks the fourth wall and says that she went off on production because she wanted the one-on-one with Joy before they came to this game. But production clearly wanted a reaction, she says. And Carlos says, I agree that it should have happened first, but we can't blame that one moment for what happened in the next 10 weeks after that. He asks Ashley, what truly made you feel so bad? And Ashley says it was a build-up because Clifton leaned into me and he kept antagonizing me. Joy says, okay, let's get this straight. When we were outside in the room, we got into it, but that was it. Once we got into the suite, Ashley, you went straight to Clifton and approached him, putting your hands up in the air with that tone of voice, so you were the antagonist. You started this. Carlos asks Clifton about this, and Clifton says because Ashley got into his face first and went straight towards him and she was mad, he obviously joked and said, or should I lean this way, should I lean that way? But Ashley was already mad when she got into that room. Then they ask Quick if he thinks Ashley was wrong after him, being able to see the scene, and Quick says that he says, well, Clifton was in my wife's face. But Carlos is like, no, but do you think she was wrong? Do you think what Ashley did was wrong? And he says, well, I think we've all done things we don't like. But then Ashley finally takes some accountability. She says that she just wished that, honestly, that the Petties would have just left after Joey and her got into it. So I do think she does regret her aggressive manner in that moment. Then they bring some friends out. Sherelle Black. Sherelle, by the way, looks great. She lost a ton of weight. And in reality, she's lost even more weight than that. And Yusha is there. Then after the introduction, Winter is so thirsty and desperate for a moment. She goes, can we please move? She gets up and then sits in the middle of Ashley and Quick. Girl, you couldn't have said that before they said lights, camera, action. You clearly wanted a moment. But then they watch Winter's season package with Yusha. How they met, them dating, and her being all insecure after he defended Joy. So after watching that, Winter says, when she first met him, she thought he was emotionally mature. He says that he liked her too and knew that he wanted to pursue this further. Winter told him that she loved him at some point when they were dating, and Yusha's response was, thank you for saying that. I'm going to make you stand on that. Yusha says, I just wasn't ready to say that back to her in that moment. I just wasn't. And that's understandable. Carlos says, well, the last thing that a woman probably wants to hear after she tells a man that she loves him is for him to say, let me see you stand on it. And Winter says, yes, Yusha likes to be fake deep, whatever that means. Also, Quick has to move because it was just getting a little too tight between the three of them. So then Winter wants to set the record straight, and she pulls out a little hourglass and says that she only got 10 minutes. Again, all the props and wanting a moment. Ugh. So Winter starts to say that she was so mad that he threw his friend of 10 years under the bus, talking about Black, and that he defended Joy. She then says that he was an opportunist because he was trying to push his brand on the show, so Winter feels used. After listening to all that, Yusha says, she can feel however she wants to feel. And then Winter says, did you not tell one of the producers that I was a good opportunity? Is that not what you said? And Yusha says, Carlos, I was very silent and respectful when she talked. Can I please get the same? And Winter goes, don't tell me what I can or not. I was just like, Winter, please shut up. So then he begins to talk And guess what Winter does? She pulls out a nail filer. Again, these dramatics. But anyway, Yusha says that he was looking for a wife. And yeah, he did see her as an opportunity to become his wife. That's what he meant. Carlos asks, why would a brand even come to the forefront of you? I was just thinking, well, Carlos, this is television. What are you talking about? Of course I'm going to push my brand. But Winter says that he actually went up to her and said that he needed to go through her to get the brand out there because the producers didn't want to do it. And he apparently wanted to promote some socks during the cast promotion. Winter says, you wanted to put yourself up on Front Street. Carlos asks the Duncans about this because remember, they're the ones who introduced him to Winter. Sherelle says that, he's always been a hustler. He's all about business. Carlos asks point blank, Sherelle, do you think Yusha used Winter? And she's kind of silent. She's like, well, I do feel like he liked Winter, but the show didn't hurt. Carlos tells Winter, some might think that you used him to be on the show because it is called Love and Marriage and you're not married. And Winter says, absolutely not. I actually had someone else who I could have brought in. And Yusha says, well, you should have. You should have done that. You should have done what was good for you. Then Winter says that Yusha auditioned for Ready to Love. They didn't get him because they said that there were not a lot of connections that he could make in that season. But that apparently some producer told him that he would probably be a good match with Joy. Everyone's like, ooh, like what? That's crazy. But yeah, that's something that Yusha told Winter in confidence. And Yusha says, I told Winter because it happened and because I was being honest. Then he says, Winter, you warned me not to trust anyone in this space. You told me not to tell them anything about myself because they were going to use it against me. But the one who did that was you. You're the epitome of everything that you warned me against. Wow. Of course, she's saying that he's being dramatic and like he's faking it, but I believe him. I believe Yusha. Then the Duncans do call Yusha a part opportunistic. Yusha says that he doesn't stop the hustle. And listen, I don't blame him. He's a father of children. He need to get that money. Would y'all like him to be a bum? That's my question. But Winter keeps going off, saying you are an opportunist. You are a fraud. He says, who have I frauded? And she says, me. Child. That was the end of the reunion. Part 2. And the next week, y'all, it's going to get crazy. That girl Carmen going to come out. And like, I can't wait. Honestly, this has been one of the best reunions I've seen in a while. But yeah, you guys, Winter, she looked like a dehydrated mess in my opinion. Like, girl, do you not realize that this actually makes you look bad? You're the one that brought this man onto the show. And I'm like, damn, you acting like this and he didn't even give you the D. But anyway, y'all, please let me know what y'all thought about this second part of the reunion. Let me know your thoughts. Also, by the way, it's my birthday today. My birthday is 420, April 20. Happy 420. I just turned 21, so I'm really happy about that. But yeah, you guys, I'll catch y'all next time. Have a great one. Bye.